How do you get started with this diet? A lot of people ask me that. You know, my diet is really hardcore and it probably isn't the place to start for a lot of people. So how can you transition from where you are now to closer to where I am now in terms of the implementation of the diet? My diet has two components. One is that I eat foods that keep my body in ketosis, which is a fat burning mode. And this is keto foods, which you've probably heard about. Keto is the popular trend. So I eat keto foods and I eat my foods in a 1 hour window a day. And that is the intermittent fasting component of what I'm doing. So I have two key components, keto and intermittent fasting. And what I recommend to people is that they rein in their own diet according to those two principles. And so if you're just eating the standard American diet, you need to start researching what a keto diet is and moving in that direction. Now, you're not going to do that in a day. If you're eating, you know, hamburgers and fries and all this stuff, it's going to be difficult to transition to a diet that is so low in carbohydrates that you stay in ketosis. And so you will want to transition on that aspect. But you know, it's also pretty hard to just eat one meal in a 1 hour window. And so you have the option of eating 2 meals in a 5 hour window or even 3 meals in an 8 hour window. And you know, the 8 hour window will not be as effective as the 5, and the 5 is not as effective as the 1 hour. The fact is, an 8 hour window is going to help you avoid things like snacking or having like that late night beer. You know, you got to cut the beer out if you're going to lose weight and cut the alcohol out in general. Even an 8 hour window is progress, and you can start there. But if the 5 hour window seems doable, I would encourage you to start with a 5 hour window and begin to monitor your weight with a scale and see what's working. Give this a try for a couple of weeks, like say a 5 hour window with pretty low carb foods, and just see what the scale says. You could be surprised. Now, if there's no change, maybe this isn't going to work for you, but in that case, I would check on the carbohydrates and see how you're doing in that department. Certainly, if you're in ketosis for 2 weeks and you're eating in a 5 hour window, I would expect you to lose weight. And if you don't, probably this program isn't working. Rein in the carbs, reduce your eating window, step on the scale, and watch this for 2 weeks and see what happens. And that's going to provide you insight with how you need to move forward. Give it a shot. Get started. It's worth a try. I'll tell you, this has worked for me like a charm. I would love everyone to at least try it to see if it's going to work for them too. That's you. Go do it and report back.